Hello everyone, it's Debbie again, and I thought we'd have some yarn chat. Got my coffee here, sipping on that. And I'm also going to try and do a quick tutorial. Hopefully I can get that done pretty quick on a Christmas tree ornament. But I had a few things I wanted to show y'all. So I had some yarn left over from those fingerless gloves. And so with that, I made these little mittens for my grandson. So they're interesting colors and stuff. And then when I was done with these, I had a little bit more yarn left over. And it was some blue and purple. And so I made this little pumpkin. I thought it came out kind of cute there. With the little purple stem and the purple leaf. So I modified the leaf that I had put on the bigger pumpkins and just made this one small since it didn't need to be. But I thought the pumpkin came out cute, and it used up the rest of the yarn, so I just don't have a little ball of something standing around. And so I had some more of this Ferris wheel, Line Brand Ferris wheel in the cherry on top colorway. Still have a little ball left. I was trying to make a hat, but it wasn't coming out. And so I made these little mittens for my granddaughter. So I thought they came out cute. I did follow the pattern, and one seems to be a little bit smaller than the other. But I'm not even sure that she'll wear them because she's 10 months, you know. Kids. But anyway, so that's kind of what I've been up to. And this morning, well, I went to Hobby Lobby. And I got some, I love this yarn. I got one in the colorway of red, and it's got the metallic in it. So it's 252 yards. It's 97% acrylic and 3% metallic from the little shiny bits in there. You can see the shininess to it. And they recommend a 5mm crochet hook. So, but I'm using a 5mm today in my tutorial. So 5mm. There we go. Got it. Okay. So, so I got the red, and I got this green, which is called Jelly Bean. In the colorway Jelly Bean. It's still, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. And then I got this one, which is the colorway is called Christmas. So I got these three, and then I had found these little ponytail holders at Walmart. They were 10 for 88 cents. So really cheap. So that's what I'm using as my center for the ponytail holders. I also went, for the Christmas tree on them. So I also went to Hobby Lobby and got these, no, I went to Dollar Tree, sorry, and got these little bells. They were 50, packs of 50 for $1, and I got the silver and I got the gold. Because I wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing with them. But this is my little ornament I made. It didn't take me that long, and I put the little bell hanging in the middle. So I thought it came out really cute. So I thought I would do a little tutorial, give y'all an idea on how to make something like this if anyone's interested in making something simple. And if you have grandkids, you know, that are in your house very often, they can't break them, you know. They might like the little bells, but they can't break them. And everybody's been decorating for Christmas early this year. So I thought, hey, what more than giving someone an idea on how to make a really quick, easy, cheap little Christmas tree ornament. And I thought it came out cute. And I put this little, I just did a little chain and put this little thing to hang it on the tree with. I mean, you can even put a hook if you want. So, yeah, I made this one with the green and then the Christmas color. So I think I'm going to start this second one in the tutorial in red. So you'll need a darning needle and your 5mm hook, or whichever size you want to use. I mean, you can use a little bigger or a little smaller. It's up to you on what size you use. So on my other one, let me find the end of my yarn here. On the other one, what I did was I left a long tail. So, and you'll see why in a little bit. So, we're going to start with a slip knot. And if you're doing this along with me, like I said, you'll see in a little bit why, but leave kind of a long tail. You know, that way you can do what I did, and it made it a little easier. So, okay. So we're going to, can't get my yarn, okay. We're going to go through the ponytail holder, oops, and yarn over, and then we're just going to slip through that. Well, that, okay. And so what that does is it attaches the ponytail holder so you don't have to hold it so tight. And then we're going to chain 2. So what I did on this one was I did 28 double crochets in this green around the ponytail holder. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 28 in the red. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to go through the ponytail holder, yarn over again, and then we're going to do yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So we're going to do 28 of those. Oops, you know what I missed? I'm sorry. I missed grabbing this tail. So we're going to grab the tail. Oops. I pulled out one of my chains. Okay, sorry. Okay. So we're going to take the tail and we're going to hold it along with the ponytail holder like this. That way the tail gets hidden while you're working and it comes around to the other end, and this is what I used to attach the bell. So we're going to go through. Oh, you're okay. And we're going to do, like I said, we're going to do 28 double crochets. So, yeah, we've been having a lot of crazy sickness and colds and tonsillitis and everything else coming through the house. So that's why I haven't been putting a whole lot of videos out. And I take care of my grandkids every day. So, it's a little hard working with the ponytail holder because it's so kind of, oops, flexible. All right. I'm leaning on the yarn here. So, all right. Once you get past a few stitches, you kind of get used to working on that ponytail holder, and so it gets a little easier. But make sure you're holding that that tail in so it will go all the way around, because you will need that later. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this a little, but I'm just going to do a bunch of double crochets all the way around, and then when I get closer to the end, I'll count them and see how many more I need. And you can do more if you want. You just want to make sure you know that it's tight. And you can do less if your ponytail holder's, you know, a smaller one, and you know, less double crochets cover it up. You know, you just don't want it to show through. You want to make sure it's hidden well. In the yarn, so that it's not showing through. So, but this was really, really simple, you know, and sometimes you gotta do simple stuff, you know, get started on something. And I mean, you don't even have to use the same colors I'm using, you know. If you got a white and some red, You don't have to have the Hobby Lobby yarn. You don't have to have the one with the metallic in it. If you just have some red and some green, or some red and some white left over, and you want to make a little Christmas tree ornament, play around with it, you know, grab you a hair tie, a hairband, and just start crocheting around it. You know, it don't even have to be Christmas colors. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you can do something else, you know. I just thought it would be cool because everybody's been decorating. My daughter's already put up her Christmas tree. I'm kind of worried about putting mine up because I have a 10-month-old living in my house, so it could be a little dangerous with a tree in the house, and she's, you know, just starting to pull up on everything, and thinking she wants to walk. So you know how them toddlers are, they just get everywhere. So, but yeah, we're gonna do this, a bunch of double crochets, very simple stitch. So we're gonna try, I'm gonna do 28 again because I kind of know what I did on the other one, and that way I don't have to rethink things. So yeah, okay, let's see where I'm at. So we got 1, 2, I'm just gonna pull this through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so I need 7 more. So, yeah, so like if it looks like you're running out of space, just kind of pull those to the side. So 1, 2. I was just watching that little boy. I don't remember what his name was. I'm like, oh my God, he's crocheting so fast. 3. Zach, maybe? I can't remember his name. That's the first time I'd ever seen him. 4. 5. I'm like, that ain't happening with me. I'm slow. And he kept saying, everybody, I don't need to do this as fast as I am. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't be. Okay, let's make a little more room. 6, I think. I'll recount them one more time to make sure I'm remembering right. And 7. Okay, let's make sure. Because, I mean, you just need an even number of multiples of something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 27, 28. Okay, and we're not counting this chain right here. This chain 2 that we did in the beginning, we're not counting that as a stitch. So, but we're gonna take, we got our 28 double crochets, and so we're going to take this and slide this in here and slip stitch to the beginning of that chain 2 we did in the beginning. So, and that's our first round. So, now, like I said, you got this little tail that comes, and it ends up being right here, right in the center when you're done. So that gives you something to, and what I did was I split this into like strands, because the whole yarn didn't fit through the hole on the end of the bell. So I just used strands of this to tie on my bell. So, okay, so we got our first round made, and this is only a 2-round ornament. And I mean, if you wanted to make it bigger, you could do more rounds, whatever. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch to my Christmas color. So I'm just gonna leave the red attached for now and switch to the Christmas color. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain one. This is always the hardest part for me. I tend to make it so loose. So pull that tighter. So we chain one. Sorry. Okay, so what I did on this one, I said 28 divided by 4 was 7. So I did one of these little picot stitches, and I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes. I did one on every 7th single crochet, because these are single crochets on the second row. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it every 4 and make a few more of these, because I kind of like the way it ended up too, but you can't really see this one because of the little hook thing I made. But because it ended up with one here, one here, one here, one here, like one on each end. So it's up to you. You can divide it and figure out how many stitches you want to do, and then you'll do a picot stitch, a little picot on the end of the stitch. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So what I did, pull this tight. Okay, so my yarn right. Okay, so we did one single crochet. So we do singles now. We switched from doubles to singles. So we're going to go in, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 2, yarn over, pull through, that's 3, yarn over and pull through. Now, if you wanted to do, if you do the 28 and you decided you wanted to do the picot stitches on every 4th, you know what, we forgot to chain one. No, we did. Oh, never mind. Okay, so so we did 4 single crochets. Now, if you want to do the picot on there, you're going to do 1, 2, chain 3, and then you're going to come back at the bottom of your single crochet. So you're going to go right into the bottom of your single crochet. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to do a slip stitch through that single crochet. So I lost my yarn here. Let me pull it. Ooh. I thought I went through. I didn't. Okay. So, and it makes a little knob on the end of that single crochet, so it gives it a little decoration. And we'll do a few more single crochets. Let's see. 1, oops. 2, 3, 4. I mean, if you wanted to do the red and the green together, that would probably look good too. So we got another 4 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 4th one, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go through that single crochet. We're going to grab, yarn over and pull through and do that slip stitch again. And it makes that little picot on the end of that, on the top of that single crochet. So it gives it a little decoration. So, yeah, so that's what I did. Now I did 7. I did it, like I said, I did it every 7. So it's up to you the way you want to do it, when you want to add your picot stitches, how many you want to add, how many double crochets you want to put around this hairband when you're starting off. Get me some more yarn here. Sorry. I need to organize myself a little better when I do these videos. So 4, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna go through here, and we're going to slip stitch through. Oops. There. Make our little picot on the end, and then we're gonna do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do 1, 2, chain 3, go through our single crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch through there. So it's very simple. It's just a little something to give it a little decoration. 1, 2. My granddaughter's found my purse. 3, and she's playing with the chain on my purse. 4, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to slip right through here and do that slip stitch. And that's another picot. And it looks kind of cute with more than with just the 4 I did on the other one. You know, and like I said, you can do what I do with my other ornament. Ah, it fell on the floor. I'm sorry, y'all. So, you know, like I said, on this one, I just did the 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So, but it does kind of look cute with more too. So that's kind of a personal choice on which way you want to go. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where we do our picot. So 1, 2, chain 3, 1 more yarn here, and then we're going to slip stitch through the bottom of the single crochet, make that little picot, and then we're going to do 4 more. I know you probably got this now. I'm just trying to get to the end to kind of show y'all how I did my little hook thing. 3, 4, and then we do 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go through there, and we're going to pull that and slip stitch, make our little picot. So now we're at the end of our. This is the top of our Christmas ornament, because here's our thread. So here's where we started. So you know, what I think I'm going to do is take that picot out, and instead what I'm going to do is slip stitch to this to just kind of join the ends. Okay, so that's the end of our ornament. So I think it looks cute like that. I don't think we really need that one. And like I said, when I put that hook on there, that one at the top doesn't show nearly as much. You know, you kind of have to move that over to see it. So I probably could have left that one out. But for this one, we're going to go ahead and just leave that out. We already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 picots. That's good. It looks really cute. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, maybe 8's enough. Let's see. Yeah, 8 might be enough. And so we're going to do kind of like we did the picot. We're going to go through the bottom of that stitch down at the bottom. I'm sorry, I'm not in the camera. Okay, so we did a chain of 8, and then we're going to go through that bottom of that stitch of that first chain. Yeah, get in there. And then we're going to do that slip stitch. Let's see what that looks like. You know what? I probably should have did the 12, because that doesn't look quite big enough. So we got 8. Let's go ahead and do 9, 10, 11, 12. So we end up with this really long chain. And then we're just going to, as I said, join it to the bottom. Go through this first chain down here. And we're going to grab it and we're going to do that slip stitch like we did on the picots. And that gives you a little hook here. Well, that looks like I messed that up. Let's see what I did wrong. Okay. So we're going to come down here. I want to go through the front of it. Okay, there we go. And then slip stitch through. And that gives us a little hook. And so we would just kind of do that, and that would, you know, and then you would pull it through and tie it off, and it gives you your little hook. So that's how I did that. Now, the rest of it, let me find a bell. The other one, I put the silver. Maybe I'll do the gold on this one. So what I did was, because, you know, your yarn is in strands, you know, so you can, I don't know if y'all can see that or what. Let me look through the camera. Okay. So what I did, I kind of pulled all that apart and separated the yarn. This is about the hardest part of making the whole ornament, because you separate the yarn. Because the whole strand, see the little, and you can get bigger hooks, bigger bells maybe, and the holes will be a little bigger, but this, because the bell is so small, the whole strand of yarn won't fit through. So what I did, it's not wanting to separate, was I separated the yarn. I know y'all got it, huh? I separated the yarn. I keep saying that. I didn't seem to have this much trouble on the other one. I think on the other one, the yarn wanted to separate. This one, not so much. So, but I only used 2 strands of it. Let me put the bell down so I can work with this. So, I'm trying to get it at least closer, and then I can cut the 2 strands off. And the metallic, you really don't need the metallic part either. So Like I said, this is about the hardest part of making the whole thing, is separating this. And then on my first one, I didn't tie the bell right, and so I was working on it, and the bell just kind of fell off. It's like, oh, okay. So scissors. So we're going to just kind of cut that metallic out of there. Let me get better into the, and then we'll cut this end off. All right. And because my darning needle won't fit through the bell, I couldn't use that either. So, well, not the way you would supposed to use it. Okay. You go over there. So, and it depends on how low you want your bell to hang. I put mine up against it so it didn't hang very low. We can actually cut some of this off because we're not going to need that much. But you don't want to cut off too much because you want to have enough to tie. So I need new scissors. I really do. Keep saying I'm going to buy me some and I haven't yet. So separating this, like I said, is the hardest part. So once you get it to where it's separated enough to where you can put your hook, I mean your bell where you want it, what I did was I took the yarn and I held the bell, and then I took the end of my needle and my needle's kind of big, so kind of tried to stick the yarn. I think next time I buy bells, because the bigger bells of course had less in the pack, but you know, if it would have been easier, if I'd have realized how small these holes were when I bought them, I probably would have went with the bigger bells. So this, like I said, was the hardest part. So you just kind of got to get it, once you get it kind of through there, it's not going to cooperate with me this time. So, wetting it is probably a good thing. And then this needle is really thick. I'm gonna have to find me some new needles, because I was watching what's her name, Krista from The Secret Yarnery, and it was one of her older videos, but I was watching her and she was making something. Oh, she was making Christmas tree ornaments, but her needle was like, I mean, like it had a hole all the way through here, and so she just opened it like it was flexible. That's the word I'm trying to think of. So it does go through there, I promise y'all. Y'all probably don't want to watch me sit here and fight with this for a while. But it does. It goes through there. Like I said, you tie it in a little knot, and it'll hang right there in the center of your thing. But yeah, I can't get it in right now. But I did do it. You can see. I mean, you can see it's tied with the green yarn. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and make y'all watch me struggle with this for too long, because, I mean, the video is already almost 35 minutes. So, but yeah, you know, you just tie your bell on, and you know, you would go through weaving in all your ends. You're going to tie this in a little knot and tie that off, and your bell's going to hang right here in the middle. Um, and yeah, you have a cute little Christmas tree ornament that you made yourself, and you can show it off to all your friends and family, and maybe they might want you to make one for them. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. I know I'm not really great at them, but I'm trying to get better, and trying to improve on my speaking skills, because I don't have any of those. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, a share, a like, subscribe. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you make it. If you make it, let me know. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. No, a Facebook page too. So I'll let y'all know when I get that started, and if y'all want to join the page and show me some of the things that y'all make from my tutorials, or anything that you make, I'd be interested in seeing, and anything else. So y'all have a great day, and if I don't see y'all before then, hey, y'all have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy family. Have a great one. Bye.